welcome to another Fishing Adventures of Judah Clark. I got Christine here. We're going to be talking about a trip that was really fun. What was it? Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah. My first time to the Bahamas.
First time to the Bahamas, first time ever on a sailboat. Oh, look! It's Benja!
With the little puppy.
Benja, rude boy! With his little pup. Look at him.
He's trying fast.
Look at him pumping it. What's up, buddy? Oh.
The sunset?
Yeah, we're just filming a narration for a video.
Don't jump there.
You're actually going to be on the video right now.
I'm always doing my drive-bys, my paddle-bys.
My neighbor, Benja. What up? He's got a YouTube channel too. You got to check him out.
Yeah, we out here getting it in. Try to stay in shape.
All right, man. Well, good seeing you, buddy. Stay in touch.
Right.
See you next week.
Have a good one.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right, well, back to our narration on Nassau, Bahamas with Stephanie Lynn, aka on Instagram, Freediver Steph. That was a cool trip. That was a cool trip. That's where you broke past your barrier.
Yep. Reached 50 feet and I shot my first 2 triggerfish
That was pretty
on
cool.
a pole spear before Victoria.
You did. You shot a first triggerfish, which is the first fish on the trip, and then that queen trigger. So my friend Stephanie bought this 46-foot sail cat. Well, first let me say, she quit her corporate job to pursue her passion for the ocean. And then she quit her job. She bought a sailboat. She was going to start chartering it. She was going to do Bahamas trips. She had all these plans. And then guess what? Corona hit. Just bam! Like, can you imagine? You like buy this expensive boat, you gear up, you quit your job, you got all this stuff going on, and then all of a sudden you get hit with Corona and nobody's traveling. It sucked. So yeah, she started a YouTube channel. It's called C'est La Vie, and you got to go check them out. Steph and Sabine bought that boat, and they've been sailing around the Bahamas and
A 46-foot catamaran.
46-foot cat. Pretty cool boat. Oh, Kimber wants to be in the shot. Come here. So Steph had come home for a bit, and she was home, and she was gonna head back, but Sabine had some other stuff to take care of, so she didn't really have anybody to go back with her, and so naturally she hit me up since I had helped her captain that boat up from South Miami when she originally got it all the way up to Stewart. So I rounded up a whole crew of people: Christine, John Kowitz, obviously our photographer, we need him there. And she did have a Lauren Landers already coming, who was a pretty impressive woman herself, only 21 years old and already an experienced captain. And Brian Silver. Cool guy. Pilot. He's kind of a pilot around the Bahamas. And so that was the crew. Hey, Steph, I brought you 2 of my rods that I'm going to leave here with you since we're flying back. These are 2 great rods where you can just troll and catch mahi and tuna, whatever. They're not anything too big, but they're going to be exactly what you need. So.
I am so pumped. Thank you.
Yeah, I have like 7 of them, and so I figured 2 of them would go nicely with you.
You're amazing. Judah, thank you.
Thank you.
You should see the rod that I've been using. It's
I see that.
Yeah. They're vintage.
Hey, they catch fish. So we drove up to Stewart and loaded up the boat and got to see Steph's parents, which they're really nice. So it's pretty cool catching up with Steph. This is the first. This is the first having Christine on the narration for the film and having Kimber in the middle. Look at her. Look at her. So the first thing that happened is Steph had a safety talk, as any good captain would.
All right, so safety briefing real quickly. We're gonna cross from here to Nassau. It should take us about 40-ish hours. Living on a boat, since some of you haven't lived on a boat before. It's pretty much the same thing as a house, except you have to be very mindful of your impact on what you're using. So the biggest one is going to be water. We do have a water.
You know, there's a lot of things on that boat you need to know, and she sat us down and told us every one of them. So that was really cool. We got to learn about what to look out for, and she's a good captain, I have to say. Very good captain.
Lauren too.
Yeah, Lauren too. Lauren was her co-captain, and it was pretty cool.
Lauren and I will be taking turns on and off driving. Lauren is also a U.S. Coast Guard certified 100-ton captain and has way more experience than I do. So
Not
this will
with
be
sailing
fun.
though.
So on big boats, captaining big boats. So if I'm ever not driving, she's captain. So just listen to what she says and go with that. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
So we took off right around sunset, and it was just nice. It was nice catching up with Steph. It was nice. That boat is really nice. We had our own cabin.
And this is Judah Clark's bedroom.
Woo! Very nice. And it was pretty cool. Going on an adventure. C'est la vie! We're out of here, headed out to Nassau, Bahamas. Got a whole epic crew with us. John's over there, making sure we don't hit anything. And Lauren. And Christine. And my buddy Brian. Just met this guy Brian, cool guy. Zinky! Zinky's along for the ride. And there's John Kowitz. John! And we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we are.
And we set sail. Actually, the winds weren't in our favor, so we turned on the motors and we actually motored over there. We never even really sailed the thing. But it's got two nice diesel engines, and we cruised over there. It took 36 hours to get there. An unexpected adventure, and I like being on that boat. There's something very relaxing about that boat. A catamaran just like cuts through the waves like beautifully. I mean, I've never been on I've been on a small sailboat, but they just kind of rock back and forth. This just kind of like cuts right through the water, right? It was nice. So the next day we woke up to just crystal clear blue water. We were hoping to come across a mahi. We had all our gear all set up. Obviously you can't bring spear guns to the Bahamas, so it's all pole spears. But we were ready to go. I had my new Black Reef pole spear with me, all carbon fiber. Christine had never you had a little training session that we just posted today on the film. Remember that?
Yeah.
A couple of misses. You got to miss your first couple of fish. You got to get that out of the way. Luckily, they were, small fish, and
That was a long time ago.
it was a long, long time ago. Yeah, so we were going to be pole spearing, but I was hoping, I had some flashers. I was hoping that we were going to come across some mahi, and we came across this really big log, and we were hoping for something good on that. So we jumped in. It was crystal clear, and the only thing we saw was
Little trigger fish.
little
Great
trigger fish. Great trigger, delicious trigger. They're good eating. And so Christine drops down.
And I missed the first time terribly.
Oh, yeah. You didn't have to tell everyone that.
Wow.
Could have cut that out. Now we have to tell everyone. But missed the first shot. That was your last shot you're ever gonna miss. And you stuck it good on the second shot. But you need to get more power in that and get a little closer, because you didn't go straight through. You got to go straight through that fish so that you secure it. But we had our first fish. We had our first morsel on the boat. Really cool seeing that blue water. That's one of the beautiful things about the Bahamas, just crystal clear blue water. It's one of the things I love. As being a filmmaker, an underwater filmmaker, we are like constantly chasing clear water. I mean, it's not a whole lot of footage you can do when it's just murked out. Standing up, massive barracuda. So we're cruising along, And we're in this area, it's about 75 feet. And you can just see all the way to the bottom, sitting on the front of the boat. Remember that? You could just like
You can see all the fish on the bottom.
see rocks, coral heads, fish. You could even point out sharks, nurse sharks. It's really wild. We don't get visibility like that in Miami ever, actually. I mean, okay, occasionally, but not like that. That was nice. And we decided to, you know, jump in another spot and see if we could get some dinner. And I don't know why we picked this spot. I don't think we really saw anything necessarily, but we just were like, yeah, let's jump in. And we get in the water. I take my first little dive down. I go down just to kind of get acclimated, tell my body, hey, we're diving, get that MDR kicking in, which is the mammalian dive reflex. You know what that is?
No.
That's the metaphysical changes your body goes to allow you to be able to dive deeper, and you know, like your spleen empties blood into your body, and you know, your heart rate slows down. You just totally relax. You go through changes that make you dive better. And so, you know, you really want to get that kicked in before you really start diving hard, because then you have way better breath holds. And anyway, so look into that. I'm floating along, and not a minute went by that I all of a sudden see this fish.